habits. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, that's one of those things that will reveal itself pretty quickly. You know what I mean? So at that point, when I see you can't manage money, you're going to spend us right out of a relationship. You know what I mean? So now I've wasted time. Now we've got all this dead money that we didn't put to positive use. You know what I mean? And it's frustrating. You know what I mean? So that really is a deal breaker on a number of levels for me. And, it'll turn me off so quickly because I just get tired of seeing the repeated steps of our people continually to go through these bad habits instead of improving who we are. We got to be able to build these relationships and be able to get somewhere, get something. But if you're always spinning and have that mentality, all the energy and interest is going to be gone from me.
I bet you're a Robert Kiyosaki fan.
Love him, man.
Okay, all right.
Very
That's my favorite book.
Okay, all right.
What about you? They just lost interest because they met somebody else. And not that they lost complete interest, but you just number 4 and you were number 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if
So your position got bumped?
you just your position? They met somebody else and you got and they have to fill that out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe what if it's something like that?
I would still keep you on the team.
I would, and you should stay on the team. And I think a woman should still stay on the team. Like,
It might be
you
coming
won't
off the
cut them
bench.
off if it ain't what it was when y'all first met. It's
Sixth man
just
of the year.
let's see what happens. I think every situation should always end up being a friendship. I mean, unless it's
Agreed.
like
I agree with that.
unless it's like for real,
sure.
like terrible, and you'll know that. But like, I don't think anything should be like, oh, I don't block anybody because I just don't. I don't. And if I don't respond it is what it is. If you say, hey, how's it going? I know you kind of cut off, but it ain't gonna never be a cut off because it ain't no beef.
Agreed.
And if you're allowing
Agreed.
things and and people are just coming and going, like, not saying people should come and go in your life. You have to mentally do that as a woman. But if a man is just not showing interest in you like he was in the beginning, either he screwed you, and as great as it was, ma'am, you wasn't it. It's just it. Sometimes they're chasing till they get it.
Yeah.
That's facts. Or they met somebody, got back with somebody. Like, it's just it happens. It just is. And that person still should be, I think, cool. Like, you
agreed.
still should be cordial. Even if they, it comes back around, the conversation can still be had. Like,
Exactly.
you still want to go eat, you still want to hang out, like, you still chilling or what, it ain't really a what we doing. It's like a, what's up, partner? High five, fist bump.
As a man,
I'm going to be good at it when I get back to it. I'm going to be good. Damn.
as a man, I
When I get
totally,
to practice, I'm gonna-
Yeah, she practicing.
I totally agree with that. I hate burning bridges. Everybody can be added to my infinite network. You are
Carrie,
now part of
let the
my-
girl say it. You ain't supposed to.
I'm sorry,
Nah, I'm just
but
kidding.
I've never I've never blocked anybody. Although I'm learning to protect my peace and what I see. So I've never blocked anybody on phone, social media, or anything like that. But I agree. Everything should end in a friendship for sure.
Okay, Natalie, what are some reasons why you lose interest in a man?
My block list is strong. I just want to make that clear.
Hey, I was going to be like, yo, yes. For me.
Like he says, might be something that I've seen or experienced in dating them that just didn't sit well with me, or I may have seen something that I recognized previously from something I've experienced, and that'll make me push away quickly or not call or respond as I did before, for sure. Especially that one, seeing something that I've seen before previously that I've experienced. If I see that, I'm going the other way. Yeah, for sure.
Tia, you want to chime in?
For me, I think it's more of, and this is only in the beginning, because I will lose interest in the beginning of something if that person does not show interest in me, if he's not consistent, if he doesn't do what he say he's going to do. And this is just little normal stuff, just like call or follow up on making plans to go on a date or something like that. You can start to tell things. And it's not like something happened, had to work today. I have enough discernment to navigate through those types of things. Absolutely. But when he really is just not he's not consistent. And so I'm not going to give my energy to that. So I lose interest, because to me that means you have no respect.
Right.
And if it's small today, it'll be something bigger later on. So I lose interest very, very quickly if I'm disrespected just because you slight and don't have, don't even try to call and offer up an explanation. I'm gone. I'm not interested.
Our next question: what is one thing that women should understand about a man? Carrie, we asked this question on our show couple of weeks ago. We asked the men, what was one thing that as women we need to understand about men?
Men are simple creatures. It's not hard. It's not trigonometry or chemistry or nothing like that. It's really simple. It's simple. That's all I can say to it. It's simple.
Okay. DJ.
I mean, Carrie is absolutely right. Men are simple, you know what I mean? So I think a lot of times women should probably interact with us and treat us as if we're little boys to some degree, because there are certain childlike impulses that we still deal with,
agree.
you know, and find pleasurable. So, you know what I mean?
Can you give me an example of one of them
Little
childlike?
boys? Yeah. Come on.
All right. The joy of going to a sporting event, or hanging out with my homies, or for some cats playing video games. There are certain things built into today's men that they're simple. You know what I mean? And so it doesn't take a whole lot. It doesn't have to be extravagant, because men and technology, I mean, we go glove in hand. You know what I mean? And so we like electronic toys, and you know, I think a lot of men appreciate when they have a woman. And it sounds a little bit corny to me because I don't play video games, but I have friends who enjoy when their women will come and talk to them or hang out or ask questions about the games and what have you. But, you know, as a man, you know, I mean, but seriously, I mean, just in today's world, you know, to some degree, I mean, or at least respect it, you know what I mean? For myself, sometimes I'm quiet, I'm private, and I appreciate someone who respects the fact that, he's kind of in his zone. He's kind of doing his thing. You know what I mean? And, you know, I think as much as we want to be a part and bring things together and develop it into a relationship quickly, I think while you're trying to get to know somebody else, you also really better be in touch with yourself. You know what I mean? So I think anytime you're trying to pull something together, you at least have to be in a position to where you're letting the other person grow, or you're allowing yourself to still grow while you're trying to build with somebody else.
Okay, that's good. We're going to flip it around. Women, ladies, what is one thing that men need to understand about us as women?
As independent as we seem to be, we really don't want it. We want to depend on our man. I don't care if I pay every bill, if I can go change my tires, my brakes myself. I don't want it. As for, I can only speak for me, but dang, I think I speak for a lot of us. I mean, all that independence is a beautiful thing when we have to do it. But when a man is added to that, a role of a spouse or boyfriend or life partner, whatever, the load should be lifted in more ways than one, not just the trash. Legit, if you hear my brakes squeaking, take my car. Switch me out. Not, and you don't have, it's just one of those things. Like, some guys don't get it, but we really don't want to be as independent as we can be. And I know that that's the end thing right now, but I think for the 35s and ups, or I'm 38, I'm starting with me, the 38s and up, I don't want it. I don't even want to tie my shoe if I ain't got to. Baby, can you get this? I can't do it. Like, I want to be a baby. I'm sorry, but I can be a big girl. I am a big girl, but I don't want to be that. I'll be that for us when we need it, like if we got to step out or whatever. But ultimately, as independent as we are, we would just love to be able to depend on a man.
Okay, Natalie, what's
Agreed.
one
what
thing?
she said, just step into that role of being, just knowing that I can count on you when I need you the most.
And it don't always have to
come
be
from-
financial and stuff
And
either. It could
doesn't
just be
necessarily Have to
anything.
be that. My thing is, I come from a household where my daddy took care of pretty much everything. My mama didn't have to work if she didn't want to. However, she did. But when it was something important that needed to be done, my daddy made sure he took care of it. So I just expect sometimes a man to take that male role and take lead sometimes. That's
All
just
the
me.
time.
Okay.
All the time. We gonna give them their role because
lead.
they the man. I will never be a
I
man.
just expect that.
You the head. I'll
for you to
never
take-
be it.
And then
Take it.
I'll come behind you and pick up where need be.
So what's the
mate.
pushback for then when a man tries to do
It's a new
that?
generation. I can't speak for them.
Okay, all right.
So when a man tries to what?
Tries to do that, and it's a lot of pushback, and a lot of unnecessary. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, let you finish, Mr. Carey. Go run on ahead.
Just a lot of unnecessary talk or speech to the pushback to a man taking his role. But go ahead. You already.
I
have
think
your
it's
answer.
because of women. Women have just been hurt a lot, and the trust just isn't there. If they can honestly trust you with their life, then I think that the wall will eventually come down. But a woman she has to have
gotta know
already
that
done
she
the
can
work.
trust you.
She can't say, "I want to be." I want you and I need you. He's talking about finances. I might make $100,000, but I don't know how to. I mean, I'm just not good with money. Right. So guess what? If I can trust you enough, my money going straight in your account, baby. Make it turn
make
into
sense.
100,
That's
250. I think that's really I bypassed a lot of the dating stuff, all of it, my young life, but. What I'm understanding for people that have dated a whole lot is when you've added so many bodies and people and men have mistreated you so many different times, the wall is 1,000 feet high. So that trust level is kind of hard because guess what? I got it. Forget it. I got it. I turned that way in my marriage. Like I was, if I can't trust you to do nothing, guess what? I'm a do it. And no, I hope he. Well, anyway, we private. He's a great person, but it's certain areas in life that just forget it. I'll do it.
Just forget it. I'll
because
do
I didn't trust you enough to do it. It could be picking a kid up. Like forget it. I just make my schedule so I can pick my. You know what I'm saying? So that independence. I had. Who wants to be married and independent? I don't. I'm sorry. If I'm gonna be single,
It's
I'm gonna
supposed to be a team effort.
single.
I feel like too, but at the same time, I feel I look to my man to lead the household, and you know what I'm saying. And like I said, where you need me to pick up, I'm gonna be there. Where you need me to pick up, I'm going. Where you need me to pick up, I'm gonna do that. But I like you said, because honestly, I'm not the best with money. I don't do unnecessary spending, but I may make so much, but I may not know how to manage it very well. Like you said, if I give you the money, go ahead and handle that, baby. Make sure that everything's cool, and I'll pick up where we need it.
And you ain't running a trap house now. Don't take the money and
don't.
don't.
The trap house. Yeah,
Make me live in a trap house.
yeah.
Or
Trap
gambling, also crime.
You gotta be the trust is gotta be there. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
that's
See,
all.
anything you want to add about one thing you feel like men need to understand about us women?
I mean, I don't know. From my perspective, I just think maybe just to know that our heart is really precious to us, and that a real woman doesn't give it haphazardly, and she wants to give it to a man that appreciates it and respects it and knows what to do with it. I think that's the most important thing, and I think the other thing that men should know is just to ask your woman how she wants to be loved, and listen. And that's the reverse. Women ask your men, how you want me to love you today? How you want me to support you today? What do you want me to do? You want me to be quiet? Just let you be? Ask, because you don't know. I think that's probably the most important two elements that men should know about women.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's dope.
I would say I think
That's very good.
women were looking for somebody who's genuine and who genuinely is concerned and genuinely shows that they understand how we feel, because a lot of times our feelings get dismissed. So somebody who really takes the time to say, you know what, women are emotional. I think that's another thing that men need to
We
understand.
are very emotional
We
creatures.
are emotional. We
Yeah,
deal
they are too.
Men are too.
straight.
Men
But,
have
but I'm
periods.
saying
I agree.
most of the
They
time
too.
you attribute that to a woman. When it comes to relationship,
Yeah.
the woman is the one that's emotional.
Yeah.
We
They always
lead
wanna
with our heart.
Yeah.
You know, we don't. You know,